In the Impact segment tonight, as we've been reporting, the hate website Daily Kos has intimidated the Democratic presidential candidates with the exception of Senator Biden. So they are speaking at the Kos convention this coming weekend. There's no question that the most vile stuff imaginable is posted on this hate site, and others like it. Now, some on the left justify the garbage by pointing to right-wing websites like freerepublic.com, whose postings can get nasty as well. With us now in the studio, former Democratic Congressman Harold Ford Jr., now a Fox News analyst, and from Washington, Kristen Taylor, a spokesperson for the Free Republic. Mr. Taylor, I have to say, you know, we pulled a bunch of stuff off your website today, and it's pretty vile. It's pretty awful. You get some pretty sick people posting. A couple of examples. Homosexuals are dogs. I hate blacks. Hillary Clinton should be assassinated. Stray bullet should kill her. And on and on and on.
Well,
you know,
Bill,
look, this is all on your website today.
Well, all those things that you said violate our posting guidelines, and if we find them, we will remove them. That's
what do you mean,
not
if
what
we
we're
find
about.
them, though? This is what I don't understand. I found them, and it wasn't hard. And I went back and we did a trace just on me, and some of the stuff that has been posted about me on your website is just unbelievable. But when you say if we find them, shouldn't there be somebody there supervising this website?
We do have volunteer moderators.
Volunteer.
However, you know, there are thousands upon thousands of comments that are posted to the site every day. We don't exercise prior restraint. We rely on the good sense of people that are posting there, and 99% of them are good people who stay within our guidelines.
Okay.
You also have people that come on the site deliberately to post things to make the site look bad.
Oh, that's right.
We used to have people that would post hardcore pornography pictures.
That's the same argument that the left-wing Nazi hate sites make, that it's not really them, it's others. Don't you have an obligation? Don't you have an obligation to the country to have not volunteers, but to have a professional person sit there and enforce some kind of standards for your website?
It costs money, Bill. It costs money. Free Republic operates
a lot of people
on donations.
You know what? I bet you if you asked for donations for that, you would be able, because as you said, most people are good people who come in. They would give you money so that they wouldn't have to be besmirched by these sick people. And they're sick. But you're right. A lot of it's planted. And a lot of it is just crazy people who are surfing. But I believe you have an obligation, Mr. Taylor, to clean this thing up. It doesn't do you any good, because that's what they seize it on.
I agree with you, Bill. And whenever we find it, if I find it, I report it to our moderators, and they take care of it.
All right. Well, you should do a better job, because just today, this is vile, hateful stuff. Now, Harold Ford Jr. was the subject of some of this when you ran the last time around. But I have to say, and this is absolutely my opinion, I looked at Free Republic and I looked at Daily Kos, and Daily Kos is far worse. They revel in this kind of stuff. The cartoon last night we showed of President Bush and Joseph Lieberman, way beyond anything of free speech. It's hate. It's hate. Now, you as an African American and you as somebody who's been subjected to hate, I mean, why aren't the Democrats distancing themselves from this?
Well, let me be clear. I'm not here to represent Daily Kos or Free Republic. I'm a believer and a supporter of free speech. Nonetheless, there comes a time in political debate when one would hope it would be elevated to discussing the big issues. I'm the chair of a group called the Democratic Leadership Council. We've been subjected to untrue and awful and malicious things by a number of different websites. We just continue to move forward and trek ahead. I do think that there's a lot to be said for providing resources and people who support these sites, the good people who may believe in. What I don't understand is what Free Republic, frankly, believes in, because if you feel comfortable enough to post "I hate blacks" on a website, you don't find people posting that on the Fox News website.
No, you don't, because we have standards, and that's what I told Mr. Taylor, that he's got to be more vigilant and hire somebody professionally to regulate.
And on both sides, this is not. But I think that
here's how it gets elevated up. When you have all the Democratic presidential candidates, with the exception of Senator Biden, as I mentioned, going to a Kos convention, when they pay, it is a hate site. It is the Ku Klux Klan. There's no difference. And why are they going? My God, why are they going?
Hopefully they will go and they will share their views and make clear that they are not aligned, much like Kristen did here when indicated that's not what Free Republic stands for.
Why would you elevate anything like that?
I think Daily Kos, I don't agree with all that they do, their political viewpoints, but I think they make valid points that are agreed to by a number of Americans.
But that doesn't matter. Every website can make valid points. If you traffic in hatred, as they do, if you demean the country and the office of the presidency and Joseph Lieberman, if you do that, you can't legitimize it. Surely you know that.
Personal attacks on anyone shouldn't have any place in politics.
Well, certainly you know that that's what this website
right.
Coase is.
I mean,
all right. Now, it'll be interesting to see if any of if they scold them, if Hillary Clinton goes in there and scolds them, then we'll run it. But I don't think they will, because they're afraid of them. They're afraid that they'll get smeared.
Right, and that's a decision they have to make. I'll have to answer those questions. But I do think, as a free speech supporter, and I'm an enormous one of that, people have every right to share what they want to share.
You support hate speech?
I think no, anything that incites, of course not.
I support free speech, but I draw the line at hate speech.
Right.